We love our pets so much, and we all need responsible professionals that we can trust when we have to be separated from our pets.
It's a beautiful thing to have, to know that e-services and Ronnie, who is that and has created that, did it with so much heart.
The integrity that she brings to her business is one that isn't matched with anybody else doing something like that. So she is a step above anybody else that I have ever seen that takes care of animals, because her whole heart is in it.
The love that she has for animals, the love that everybody as a staff has for animals, it just can't be beat.
I don't know where you could find a better dog walking service, really.
I am Soul Ray, Freddie Ray, and Sky Ray's mom, and I'm also the owner of Aaron Service Biz, and we do business as E-Services Pet Care. So we have 4 divisions. So we have the pet care division, dog walking, overnight pet sitting, kitty visits. We administer medicine, sub-Q fluids, insulin shots, pills, whatever we need to do. We're equipped and educated on how to do all those things. The other division I have is a senior care division, where we take care of senior citizens. And then I have a corporate division and a personal division. When I started the business in 1999, I was in corporate America, and I was working 12, 14 hours driving to Aurora, and then with traffic and being there all day. So my dogs were left alone. So I had to hire a dog walker. And as time went on, I thought, man, I want to walk my own dogs. And then I thought, I want to walk your dog and your dog and your dog,
And so we sat down one afternoon and created the brochure and came up with the tagline, taking back your life, right?
When I left that job and started this, my first month, I think I made $834. And I'm like, oh my God. People say, do what you love and the money will come. And then all of a sudden, like the 4 or 5 year mark, I had to start hiring people. And in the middle of all this, I went back and got my MBA.
At first, when we hired her, I kind of thought, oh, what's a person with an MBA doing pet sitting for? But then I realized that she applies all of her business expertise and runs her pet sitting business like a professional business. Animals are her passion, it's so much more than a job or a business for her.
So for every new client, there's a meet and greet. So we'll show up together and spend anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes meeting the pets, meeting the owners.
Ronnie was really thorough, took copious notes, lots of notes about the dogs, and of course they got a tour of the house and their feeding schedules and just everything about them.
And it's funny because some of the clients say, oh, this is what we do, but you don't really have to do that. I just want to make it easy for you. And we're like, we're going to do that. We try to keep the pets' system, the feeding, their exercise, their routine, as close to possible as it is when their owners are home.
The meet and greets are so effective up front that they've been able to, really meet our needs.
Then I send them a pet sitting agreement. What it does is it outlines our policies, and it outlines what they're agreeing to. It also has a veterinarian release form.
She has all those certifications and all that training and, pet CPR, and making sure that when she goes into a home that she's licensed and she's bonded and she's insured.
All of the pet sitters that have taken care of our cats are very detail oriented and leave notes or send me a text every single day.
Every time they're here, they'll send pictures. And sometimes they'll send me a picture and the cat is asleep on their legs. And they'll say, I should have left 10 minutes ago, but this is so cool, or this is so comforting.
She is so well connected and respected in the community. It's important that they do have relationships. Like Ronnie can always call us and ask questions, and we would help guide her through that.
Ronnie is very resourceful. She knows everyone, and if she doesn't know anyone, she knows how to find them, and she knows how to get answer. So she's always one of my first calls.
We deal with clients that come to Jasper as well as use Ronnie for pet sitting. And there's been a couple of times when they've had to say goodbye to their pets. And Ronnie has shown up here at the clinic to help support them through that. There's been times when we've had elderly clients that don't have a lot of family around, and Ronnie has helped bring their pets back and forth to the clinic. Her heart's totally in what she does. And so that's why I feel comfortable recommending her, because it's more than just a business to her, it's kind of a calling. And she's very well educated in the medical and just personal care for animals.
My intuition and knowledge just came from experience and being around people that had animals and taking care of them all through the years. And I've done a lot of research and a lot of reading about certain illnesses. It intrigues me. If somebody says, oh my God, my dog is doing this, I'm like, oh, did you have this checked? Or do you think this is it? Or it just has always intrigued me.
My other dog, Russell, who was older, Ronnie was actually very, very helpful with when he was having problems with his hips and he'd kind of have his back legs go out on him. She brought me a harness, a special harness, where if his legs went out, it had a little handle on the top and I could help him up.
Can you imagine anything crazier than knowing your veterinarian's phone number by heart? And I said, yeah, I can, when your veterinarian knows your number by heart, which at the time I did know Ronnie's phone number by heart. She was a regular client of mine for probably close to 20 years. And seeing how she cared for her animals made her first on my list when I needed somebody to care for mine.
I always give her a hard time because if we go someplace and she sees a loose dog or anything like that, we have to stop. It doesn't matter where we're going. We have to stop, find out where the dog, belongs to, and if it'll get in the car with us.
If you're a client of Ronnie's and it's feasible and possible for her to be able to accommodate your ask and request, she's gonna do it for you.
It's all part of the job. And you have to have a passion for what you're doing. And I definitely have a passion for animals, probably more than people.
And we love our job. And I have the best team ever.
They love animals, and it shows up in every way.
Right off the bat, Heather, Auntie Heather we call her, well, she developed a strong connection with Buster very quickly and also understood that he can be excitable and scared of things.
His special need is just hyper vigilance. That causes me to also be a little bit more hyper vigilant, watching, really attuned to not only him and his behavior, but the surroundings. So just really also reassuring as we're walking, oh, it's okay, and to keep going. And so I always have a pocket full of treats.
I think that when he's with her, he feels really confident. She really knows how to work with him.
So this is Oppie. And Oppie lives at Lavender Farms, which is a Balfour facility for senior citizens. And we have had a few clients at Balfour over the years. And Oppie is currently our queen bee, aren't you? Her owner waits in the lobby. And when I come up to the front door, she actually just lets the leash go. And Oppie comes running across the lobby and opens the electric door herself, and then I just pick up the leash and we go.
I love Winnie. I just love him. He is just the cutest little thing, makes me smile every day.
He is just over the moon with Heidi. He'll come racing down the stairs and he's barking the whole time to let me know, Heidi's here, Heidi's here, Heidi's here. And he goes running out to greet her and everything. Heidi is so kind and so gentle, and she is very playful with him, which he really needs.
He has his own little quirks, which make him just the cutest little thing ever. So I kind of let him rule the roost there as long as it keeps him happy.
He loves his time with Heidi.
I love them. I absolutely love these guys. I know they care about my cats. I know they absolutely adore them.
When you go out of town or out of country, you want to know that the person taking care of your animals has got your back. Not just your animal's back, your back, and she'll do whatever it takes for her to make sure that that care is just what you would have done.
I would tell them, any of my clients that I had used Ronnie and that she'd done a good job for me.
I feel like she is like a part of our family, and that in the ways that she's helped me out when I didn't even hire her to help us out.
Because of the services and the quality of services and the trust that I have in her and her team, we call her Auntie Ronnie. And the pets all know her as Auntie Ronnie, and my husband calls her Auntie Ronnie, and she's just, you know, she's our go-to person.
I want people to know that we are taking new clients and would love to have new business.
They care tremendously about our kids, and they're very reliable, and it's just worth every penny for us to have their help.